of myself.
I was literally just thinking that.
Wow.
Episode 3 already?
That's crazy.
Yay. Okay, well, welcome back to Q&A with Liz and Julie. I'm Julie.
I'm Melissa.
But we call her Liz for short.
Yes.
Ooh, we're getting so good at this, bitch. Okay, well, episode 1, episode 2. Now we're on to 3. This is going great. How do you feel about this podcast, 3rd episode in?
It's great.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't give you enough time to write.
Yeah, thank you. I thought this wasn't gonna go anymore.
Me
because
too.
of the first one. That never really happened.
Oh, okay, pause.
Sipping tea?
Clarify. Sipping tea. Because I thought you meant the first episode. And I
No.
was like, what do you mean it didn't go anywhere? It's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
But yeah, so I'm happy that
It's consistent.
yeah, and we're doing it. And
Yeah,
then we can get
bitch.
famous.
And then we can get famous. Quote of the day! And then we can get famous.
I was like, we can get famous.
Maybe we can get famous. I'm posting that. Wait, do that again.
I
Oh!
don't do that good.
And that's actually really
Okay.
good. Okay, let's get into it. All right, great. So today's question is, did social media better society?
Ooh.
Oh,
Everyone starts clapping.
ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one.
It is.
Shout out to Alyssa's dad for
Yes.
giving us the idea.
Yes, thank you, Dad.
Yeah, Rich. Okay. So I guess I'll get it started. Did social media better society? It's such a turn up. It's such like a, in some ways, yet. Okay, wait. Now you got me thinking. So I guess the good thing about social media is branding. Like entrepreneurs, they have a
For
platform or a bunch of, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense of like creating jobs, it has definitely been a benefit to society. However, I think the negative and the worst downfall of social media is mental health.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Mental
Because
health.
of bullies and
Just
body image of
Yeah.
women.
And it's so sad because I even said it in the last episode, What is Respect? The Obama interview that I
Oh,
mentioned
God.
50,000 times. He said that social media, like now, we are so influenced by what other people say, especially celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, well, Liam Hemsworth said this, so I love him, so I'm going to follow what he
Mhm.
says, or like Kylie Jenner.
Or they promote this product, that means it must be good, let me
Right.
use it.
Right.
Or,
If they even make a product, you know, you're really paying for the name, not really
yeah.
the product.
Because if you think about it, it's probably the same ingredients and
Right.
other products that you probably never even heard of.
Right.
But it's because of the name, that's why you use them,
Right.
you know?
So it's just such a toss-up, because you do have the bullies
Mm-hmm.
on social media, but then you just have the
The communication.
right. So that's another aspect of social media that's a good thing, like WhatsApp, or like, well, WhatsApp's not really social media. I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. Like
Well,
Facebook,
we're talking about like also internet too,
Right.
with social media.
internet, the how everything is now accessed and is accessible from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah. But it's like also good because if you have family that lives far away,
That's what I was gonna say.
you're able
Mhm.
to have like FaceTime or WhatsApp, or you can even use the social media like Instagram, Facebook to communicate with people that you can't because they're far away.
Right.
So that is a good part of it.
There's pros and cons, but I think the cons are so bad. Like, they're just so bad, and it makes you question, do I even want to have an Instagram? Do I even want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I say social media, I immediately think of Instagram and Snapchat,
Yeah.
and maybe Facebook. But the first
But-
thing I think of is Instagram,
Yeah.
because it's the most popular, and it's like,
Mhm.
Instagram,
And Snapchat is like the generation now. Facebook was more when we were younger.
yeah. Oh, Facebook.
And you still use that.
I use Facebook because of the family. Like, I have family overseas, so I use my Facebook to post photos so they can see what I'm doing and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. But, so when I think of social media, I immediately go to Instagram. And the thing with Instagram, obviously, you can only post photos and videos.
I mean,
so
you could do like oh no,
you can do a caption.
I thought
but-
it was on my Facebook.
No, Instagram. So, and it's so funny because when you post on social media, that like when you post on Instagram, your page represents you. You are what you share. Quote of the day! You are what you share. So, you know, you could go on someone's page and they have the best outfits and they look sick in the good way. Like they look fire and they're always with the makeup and the hair and yes, and like they get the good angles, but that doesn't mean that their life
Is like that.
is like that.
But I also like it because you can be creative with it.
I guess that's
Because-
another outlet.
Like, yeah, people say, and like I do believe Instagram is fake. People post like they're having a good time.
Facetune!
That.
Proud
But
user,
also-
sponsor us.
What? Okay,
We're
so-
all guilty of oh! Wow, I'm getting a little spicy! We're all guilty of using some sort of Photoshop, whether it's to make your skin smooth or give a little bit of like
like
to
a
the
makeup-
eyes,
Yeah, like your makeup.
like your makeup. Anyway, sorry, what were you gonna say? I felt like guilty. I have to tell people that I use Facetune.
Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, so like people may like post that they're having a good time, like at a party or like on vacation, but you never know for sure if that's how they feel. But people always post the positives instead of posting everything.
That's another thing. People post on Instagram. People post the positive. So I feel like Instagram is like where people post like their good stuff. Like, wow, living my life. Like Baja. Like yes, I'm in Germany, bitch. Like I'm away. Like I'm yes. And Snapchat is where you post your feelings. And I hate when people do that. When they post their like black screen and they post it on their story, not having a good night, don't even hit me up.
Not gonna lie, I've done that when I was younger.
That's definitely a high school thing, and I'm like,
Like-
please. I don't think I've ever done that because it's just
I
like,
definitely have.
or when people
Not
go to
gonna
the
lie.
hospital and they post their hospital bands. That bothers me. I can't. It's like, what's the question?
I was saying about how people post positives on Instagram and you were going all negative there.
To Snapchat. Well, that's the thing. Social media did it better society. Like, I don't know. I feel like people rely on
In
it
some
so much.
aspects, yes.
In
like
the
you
littlest
said,
aspect, giving
because
jobs.
of communication.
Yeah. And communication.
And also, like I said, creativity. I feel like you
You
can
can express yourself.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That is, social media is definitely a good outlet for being like an
Being
activist.
yourself.
Or,
Like
yeah,
you said,
being
with
yourself.
your, well, not always, but
Yeah.
with your quote of the day.
You are what you share.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people post things on Instagram and it makes their life so glamorous. And so that makes them seem glamorous because you are what you share. But what if that's not really them? Like, this can go back to catfishing. People like taking other people's pictures and pretending that they're them. Like, it's so scary.
It is.
I wish we had statistics on this. Like,
Pull up the receipts.
I don't know, it's just so easy to do things now because you can just Google it.
Mhm. Yeah. Like
So
you can-
here's where the internet comes in.
Yeah.
You can literally Google anything. And if you really take the time,
You could find it.
you could find whatever you're looking for. And
And-
that's scary.
Mhm. And like people could get like into like a deep like hole of internet and like search one thing, but then they'll start searching like other stuff because of like what it is. Like when I'm on YouTube, okay, I watch one video and then that's it. I'm in like the YouTube like vortex.
Black
or
hole,
whatever.
yeah, vortex. Yes.
Because I start watching so many videos
Yeah.
that like maybe didn't even relate to what I was watching, and I'm just like, whoa, it's like 3:00 in the morning. What's going on?
I feel like we're all guilty of that. Like, come on, I do that
Yeah.
all the time.
Every day, not gonna lie.
Like, I'm watching a makeup tutorial, and then all of a sudden, I'm learning how to make water balloons. Like, like literally, the two don't make sense.
Yeah.
And you can post it, like you can Google anything and look up anything, and you can post anything.
Mhm.
So that's the scary thing.
Yep.
So, is there more pros than cons, or cons than pros of social media?
I say more cons.
You think?
Yeah. Because body image of women, that even includes like on magazines. That's not internet, but
Well, you
but
can
there
get it
are
online.
magazines online. Yeah. From there, from on TV, women body image. There could be men too.
Even
but
men too. Yeah.
And then bullying. People want to cyberbully instead of like.
That's another thing. This generation has no social skills. Everything is done through text. Breakup through text. Talking through text. Last episode, I said that every time I tell my dad, like, yeah, I spoke to Alyssa, she said she's coming over, and my dad's like, you spoke to her or you texted her?
Mhm.
They are different. They're different. You know, you are having a conversation with her, but you're not talking to her. Like, I spoke to her, like, no, you texted her. So, communication skills and social skills, it's so funny that it's called social media, and it's meant to be social. However, our social skills are declining so drastically that, you know, people are all tough and high and mighty online, and that's where cyberbullying comes in and stuff like that. But then when it comes time to talk, they're like, and they can't, you know, form a sentence and stuff like that. So you have time to write your answer.
Mhm.
So it's
What were we
just-
talking about yesterday about how we write in our notes?
Yes, yesterday
Arguments.
we were talking about like, oh, notes is like the best place to go if you forgot something, or like
Like a list,
yeah.
a birthday post, or when you're having an argument, you just write down everything to make sure it's
Before you
perfect
send
before
it.
you send it.
It's so funny.
It's just great.
We really have life easy. Not life, but because life is hard for everybody. But we really have it easy with social media on the internet.
Yeah, I want to go to internet really quick. I want to talk about it.
Oh, I think that you want to go online to the internet and look up something.
No. So I was talking to my dad earlier,
Yeah.
and so he has his own business, Brooklyn Hobbies. Go see it. And he was telling me how it was easier, like back then before the internet, because
Easier
now
for what? To
for
run
him-
the job, to run the business.
Yeah, to
Okay.
like sell things.
Okay.
Because now there's Amazon and there's eBay, so things are cheaper and everything's coming from China, so everything's cheaper and people get access to it easier and they get it faster because it just comes to them in like
Prime.
one day. Amazon Prime, yeah. Even though I love it, but turning my dad.
Come on, Amazon.
No, what? Yeah. So, and he was just telling me how it was easier back then before the internet. So you could also say how internet is hurting little consumers. My dad called it like
Mom and pop shops. I was literally just gonna say
Stop
that.
it.
I was, because that's what they're
Stop
called. Amazon and like any online businesses are really hurting the mom and pop shops. You know, my mom had a coffee shop last year, and you know, business was going, but you have Starbucks, you have Dunkin' Donuts, and then you have those like really hipster like places. I don't know. It's just, does that even have anything to do with
You were
the
saying now.
internet? What I just said, I mean. Well, whatever.
But
it's just
still.
like the mom and pop shops, like little like neighborhood pharmacies or
Mhm.
stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
Tough
And then like
on
they're
mom.
getting hurt from. Well, actually, you could also
Online
talk about.
businesses.
Yeah, but you could also say how Starbucks now they have like with Uber Eats and that's like through internet.
That's what I was gonna say. You can order online and go
So
pick it up.
no one really wants to go to a coffee shop anymore. There are people that do want to go to a coffee shop and sit down, but now that they can be delivered to your house,
Like, why leave your house?
like why leave
Which
your
is
house?
another that's part of the problem. It's not making us the internet / social media is making us so antisocial. It's like, why would I call them if I can text them?
That's funny you say that, because my dad was like, it's not called social media, it's actually making you antisocial.
Antisocial media.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say something and I forgot.
About what Uber Eats? Food.
Antisocial. Well, whatever. I'll figure it out. But
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about. And like, there are some pros to it, like also when for the consumers and for like businesses, because my dad does have like social media. He has like his own little hobbies, Instagram, stuff like that. He does Facebook Live, like when he does like races. Oh, his store is
I was gonna say what he sells.
He sells remote control cars, like high end remote control cars. Go see
Fire.
it. But yeah, so he like does like Facebook Live and he records them. And like people watch it, and that's how he gets more people to come in.
See, that's the
so
plus
that's
of
why
social
there
media.
is like a plus to it, but it also is hurting because people want to get it cheaper somewhere else.
I remember what I was gonna say, because you had said, you know, people don't want to go out anymore because they can Uber Eats, they can get everything delivered to the house. I have such an unpopular opinion, and I feel like maybe it's not so unpopular. I don't know. But in my opinion, I hate how everything is becoming digital. Even when it comes to books. I don't like to read ebooks.
Yeah.
I like the physical book.
Yeah, me too.
Like textbooks in school, yeah, I'd rather read my iPad.
For sure.
But if I'm reading a book, I want it, like, I don't want Barnes & Noble to go out of business. I love Barnes & Noble.
It better not. That's my favorite place.
But that's also, like, how you can order online, and that, which is a good thing. Like, I'm not saying that that's one of the bad things. It's just that everything's becoming digital. Even with cars, with vehicles, the Tesla can drive itself. I don't like that. Like,
scary.
I don't think I would. It's
I don't think
scary.
I would ever
It's scary.
let my car drive by
Me
itself.
neither. Me neither. You know those like futuristic movies and like sci-fi movies where robots take over the world? I feel like we're just slowly inching closer and closer to that to become a reality, because we already have a car that can drive and park itself. I mean, like, I hate how we are depending on technology. I love it that it's like that we are developing and we're advancing in technology and all that stuff, but I don't like that, like a lot of places is credit card only.
Yeah, I don't like
I
that.
don't like that,
Because I use cash a lot.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather have the option. Would you like an ebook or would you like a hardcover? You know, I don't like that it's just only digital.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I hate it. I hate it. And that's so funny because, I mean, we were born in 99, so I feel like, you know, everybody says like, oh, you're not a 90s kid, you were here for 1 year, like whatever. But from 99, I'm going to say maybe to like 2007. I feel like technology was like, that's when technology was really booming. We got the flip phone, then we got the BlackBerry, then we got the iPhone. Yeah, Sidekick. I always wanted that. I never
I always
had
wanted
it.
one, yeah, but I had one of those slide phones.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, so did I. I thought you meant the one that flipped up.
No, I always wanted
That's the Sidekick. I really wanted. The Razor. Oh my god, the chocolate phone. Oh my god. My 90s babies know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like we are a part of the same, right? We're a part of the same generation as people born in 2010 and stuff like that, I think. We're all millennials.
Yeah.
I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong,
I
but
really don't.
but it's so funny because people who are in high school now, so like class of 2019, even 18, whatever. Class of 2019, class of 2020, 21, 22, whatever. They depend on it and they'd rather have everything digital. It is literally the worst thing. People are glued to the phone in the hand. Can't even put it in their bag. Can't even.
And then if you
Leave
want
it
to talk
somewhere.
about how it's actually bad for like,
your body. Carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Arthritis.
But also like the radiation, right? It has like
Yes.
for
Oh
your
my
skin.
god, I'm a scientist.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
radiation. A lot of people sleep with their phone right next to their pillow.
That's why I'm
So that is scientifically proven. Look it up. Look it up. scientifically proven. The radiation is like right by you, and you're sleeping right by it. I find that crazy. I find that crazy how people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I don't want to seem like a hypocrite. I don't think I'm glued to my phone. I can leave my phone for hours. In our high school, we had a retreat program, and you can go away on retreat for 3 days. And during that retreat, you had to give up your phone. Mm-hmm. I was able to do that. You were able to do that. Yeah. Honestly, it's such a weight off your shoulders, not worrying about what the hell is going on social media, who's texting you, who's calling you. I feel like this is a job, kind of. You have to keep up. It's like, oh, I'm out of the loop. I don't know what's happening in the social media world. Like, I don't know what's going on in pop culture. It's low-key a job. Because everyone stresses out about it. Like, oh, I don't know that joke. What does that mean? I literally just learned what no cap means.
I just learned what clout means.
Clout? You didn't know what clout was?
Like, I knew it, like, a couple weeks ago, but, like, I was just like, really?
Yeah.
You can't just say
it's so famous.
Famous?
It's so funny, the terms that we come up with now.
Or how we shorten words.
But, like... I am notorious for shortening words.
Yes.
And I got Alyssa and our friend Amanda on it, so...
Yeah, now we shorten words. And I'm pretty sure everyone else is going to do it now. I just think that...
Are you stealing my...
I remember I showed you yesterday on a freaking TV show they're shortening words too. I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
anyway.
a new trend. But I wanted to talk about how internet also is going to affect like younger kids, like babies. Because now there's a bunch of like educational shows. So they go right to the iPad.
See, I don't like that. I'd much rather the TV. I'd much rather babies or like toddlers or whatever watch TV than have an iPad right in front of their eyes.
Mm-hmm. It's not good for their eyes.
I said that last episode. I said I'm not going to give my child an iPad or a phone until...
It was less.
Later on. Last episode, yeah. Because I wouldn't talk about it when you talk about soulmates.
I know, but I don't know why you would talk about it in respect.
I did, though. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Even if I didn't. I'm not... When I have a child, which is like 20, 30 something, right? Oh my god.
2030.
That does not even sound like a real year. Anyway.
Oh, I thought you meant like 20 or 30, and I was like, well, you're 20 now.
No, the year 2030.
Well, you're not
2030, 2031, whatever. When I have kids.
Wow, that's crazy year.
Isn't that weird? 2020 doesn't even... Did you just feel a little sensation go on between us? But yeah, so I know that like I don't want to put my kids right in front of an iPad just to keep them quiet. Like I think that's terrible. Like find another way. There is other ways. I don't know.
But yeah, internet and social media and everything just affects so many different...
Hi everyone on YouTube. It happened again. Sorry, I need to get a bigger SD card. Maybe you can only like record so much at a time. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programa. So, I mean, I think we basically said that the gist of it is, did social media make society better? In a way.
There can't be like one and like an exact
to this question.
No, because there are pros and cons to it. There's definitely not one more than the... I do feel like...
I'm gonna kill you.
I have it right next to my mouth.
Sorry, she's like not putting the microphone to her mouth, and I'm getting frustrated because I want people to hear her. Your voice should be heard.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I mean, I just said before that I feel like there's more cons, but I think there is. But whatever, my point is that there is pros and cons, so there is not just one answer.
I feel like there's always good and evil in everything. Maybe not everything, but...
There's this thing that your mom used to say. It has to do something with... Oh, too much of something is not
too much of something is never good. That goes with hanging out with people too. When you're in a relationship, it's like to spend every waking moment with your boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, distance makes the heart grow fonder. You know, so I guess, I mean, when it comes to social media, not that distance makes the heart grow fonder, but or maybe I guess it can. Distance from social media could make the heart grow fonder for life. Second quote of the day.
Say that.
Second quote of the day. Distance from social media makes the heart grow fonder for life.
I like too much of.
That one too. Another quote of the day. Ooh, we got 3 good quotes of the day. Woo! Third quote of the day. Too much of something is never good.
Yeah. Too much of the internet is just.
It
First of all,
messes with your head.
not only that, but like it messes with your eyes. Like if you keep looking at your computer,
Yeah.
you're messing up your eyes or your phone. Not
Which
good.
brings me to mention our sponsorship with Diff Eyewear. Just kidding.
Imagine.
We're not sponsored. I just made me, what she said when it hurts your eyes just made me think of the blue light glasses.
Yeah, I know.
But we're not sponsored. But if you want to sponsor us, we're down.
For sure.
But yeah, did social media make society better? Yes, and
And
definitely no.
That
It
is
has
hard.
made us, it has created more jobs and made creativity much more findable, whatever the word is.
Or made people more creative.
Right, make people more creative and think outside the box in a way, but it has just declined our social skills times 100, which is sad. Do I think it can be turned around and we could maybe change it? Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that, but I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like it's also people's attitude and how they grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way I was raised is different from the way someone who's 10 years old now is being raised. Because a 10-year-old versus me, a 20-year-old, that's a 10-year difference. You know, my little cousin is 10, and he's growing up with all this technology so early on. I didn't know, I didn't have the iPhone until I was a freshman in high school. And that was even, like, Instagram was new. Freshman year. Like, that's when Instagram just came out. And I was like,
I remember when I first got Snapchat. I was like,
Me too. I was like, what is this? But, so it's just different times and different upbringings. And, again, your environment, the people you're around, the people you hang out with affect who you are and how you think. People influence you. Your friends influence you. So, it's just social media. I don't know. It depends how you think, your perspective on the world and stuff, Because I know a lot of people that don't have Instagram. They have a cell phone, but they don't have Instagram. They're like, nah, I don't want to get into that. Good for you. Every time somebody tells me, oh no, I don't have Instagram, I'm like, good for you. So that just goes to show you that when somebody says, oh no, I don't have social media, the first thing that I say is not, why? It's so much fun. Or, oh my God, why? Like, everybody has it. Like, my first thing to say is, oh, good for you.
mm-hmm.
So I think that says something.
For sure.
Do you think social media made society better?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know down in the comments.
Do you find more pros or cons?
Yeah, I definitely find more cons. I mean, it is cool. It is, a way to share your life, I guess, but is it really your life? And what's too much sharing?
Yeah.
Because you have people that are like, oh, you never post. And then you have people like, oh my God, she posts so much. Or like judge the content that you're posting. It's like nothing's ever good enough. Oh my God, you're too skinny, you should gain some weight. Oh my God, you're too fat, you should lose some weight. Your hair's so short, you look so much better long. Your hair's so curly, you should straighten it more. You're so straight, you should curl it more. It's like, what do you want from me? Like, we're just never satisfied with what we have. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. That's society for you, and that is all because of social media and the internet.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the end of this. I was going to say vlog. Okay. I think that's the end of this podcast. Let us
Yeah.
know.
This one was fun.
I liked this one.
I like this one a lot.
It went by super quick because we were so into it.
Yeah.
But find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube, obviously.
Again, there it goes.
Right on time! Let's wait. Oh, it's done. That was a fast one. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next Sunday.